This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 53. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord Yahweh thy power hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 53. Shabbat Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and blessings to your Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Aharon coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and just wanted to go into a quick topic. All right, on the times that we're coming in. All right, going into the famines. Okay, now the famines, we know, all right, through biblical prophecy that's going to be one of the end time prophecies as we end this age. Okay, and before the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, we know that there's going to be a time where all the inhabitants of this earth are going to face food shortages. All right, and that train, all right, started to break down back in 2019, 2020. Okay, when we start to hear things about supply chain breaking and supply chain shortages and so on and so forth. All right, now over the past 2-3 years, that process has been going on. All right, it was accelerated. All right, last year and this year. Okay, well, actually 2 years ago and last year. All right, those disruptive food supply chains. All right, was accelerated. Okay, we had a lot of food processing plants that got set up on fire. Okay, we witnessed it, and for some reason, everybody's up in arms like, oh, this is a mystery. You know, there's a saying that says, first time is a coincidence, second time is a chance or chances, the third time is a pattern. Okay, we saw more than 3 times of these food processing plants got lit on fire across the world. Okay, but especially here in Babylon, you had chicken factories getting lit up on fire. Okay, beef. Okay, eggs. All right, all kinds of stuff, man, that was happening. Okay, food distribution centers got lit up on fire. Now you gotta understand that the average American is about 9 meals away from committing cannibalism. Okay, every American is about 9 meals away from complete all hell breaking loose. All right, and 9 meals is what, 3 days of 3 meals a day. All right, so keeping that in mind, understand that within 3 days, that's less than a week. All right, with no food, with whatever you have in the store or whatever you may have in your system or whatever you may have in your house. All right, that's what's going to carry you throughout that first week. And there are so many different factors that play when there's no food in an emergency situation. Okay, history will tell you that. When you go back into history on the many times where there was an emergency and people were affected by it, whether it be the weather or whatever, right? People go crazy, man. The streets get stormed. All right, violence erupts. Okay, there's chaos everywhere. All right, the whole system, emergency, all right, alert system goes off. But guess what? It's not enough that they can do besides bringing the military in to instill some type of order. Okay, and then ultimately, there's what? Once that kind of starvation continues, all right, going back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay, everyone is at a base point where it's going to be about survival. It's not about pleasure. It's not about, oh, I'm good, I got a house, I got a crib. No, it's about survival. Okay, and the American, the modern day American isn't conditioned to go long periods of time without having anything readily accessible to them. Whether it's their cell phones, whether it's the internet, whether it's fast food, okay, whatever it is, if they don't get it instantly, which they've been conditioned to live like, if they don't get that kind of treatment, they lose it. There's no patience in this land. All right, and that's how you're going to see a lot of people get clipped quick. Okay, because initially, like brothers always say, you know, if you need to stack up on some food, all right, do that. And you're not stacking up because you believe that that's how you're going to be saved. but you're doing it just as applying prudence, understanding the times we're in, and preparing for it. Okay. There's a saying that says, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And the warning, all right, that's going out is part of the preparation. You must be warned about it first so you can prepare for what you're being warned about. But most people are not listening. They're not taking heed, all right, to our warnings that the Lord has sent us to warn them about. Okay? And all the way back in the book of Deuteronomy, the Lord told us, all right, as a form of a curse, all right, upon the children of Israel, that there's going to be a time of cannibalism. Okay? When you go back into the siege of Jerusalem, all right, 70 AD, that happened. Okay, Jake was committing cannibalism and all kinds of debauchery, okay, that Jake was getting into, okay, because of the siege. But guess what? This is Rome 2.0. All right, and the same thing, if not worse, is about to take place again. All right, being that there is no new thing under the sun. All right, and so a famine is coming on biblical and epic proportions, and there's not going to be that many survivors. Okay, it says, are you preparing for food shortages in America? Food shortages in America are a real possibility in the near future as our economy continues to crumble under the weight of economic turmoil, inflation, political uncertainty, supply line disruptions, C-19 response, and now war in Ukraine. Most people don't believe there could be a food shortage in America. After all, there are still 15 types of colorfully boxed Cheerios packing the aisles, which gives them the illusion of abundance. Despite their Rossi beliefs, America is already experiencing food shortages in some sectors, and the situation could get worse very quickly. Now, you got to understand that those who understand the prophecies, which is the elect, all right, we get it. We know what's going on. Okay, then we understand that, yeah, we're going to have food shortages. We're going to have a complete famine. All right, but ultimately, that's all leading to what? To make the possibility of the MOTB become a reality. Okay, they have to box people in. Okay, there's something known as JIT. Okay, when you go into economics and you know the market and so on and so forth. All right, JIT. All right, JIT is known as an acronym that stands for just in time, all right, delivery. Okay, and that's what America runs on. America runs on just in time deliveries. So everything has to be right on time. Delivery trucks have to be loaded at a certain time. All right, they have to be set on the road at a certain time. They have to be delivering to whatever destination they're delivering to at a certain time. Okay, now if those things are disrupted in any way, shape, or form, it sets everything back. And you wouldn't believe the kind of disruptions that can happen when just one thing is not in line and delivered on time. A lot. Okay, so there's so many moving factors in this complex system that's been built. Okay, and it's done that way for a reason. So once you take one out, then it puts a strain on all the other factors. And then they start getting affected little by little by little. And next thing you know, the whole system collapses suddenly. All right, that's why the scriptures tell you. And as a matter of fact, let's get that. Okay, suddenly shall the storehouses be empty. Okay. See if I can get that real quick. All right. Suddenly shall the storehouses be found empty, and you're going to go into a store, okay, and guess what? Boom, there'll be nothing there for you. Let me type this way. All right. You're going to go into a store, and you're not even going to be seeing, oh, prices at an all-time. No. It's going to be, oh, shit. What the fuck happened here? All right. Oh, man. Hold on. Let's see if it's gonna pop up. I believe it's in Second Esdras. I'm just gonna go over there. Second Esdras, I believe, the 6th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. All right. But people are not gonna. They're gonna be caught off guard. All right. Let me see. 6 and 22. Let's go over there and see. All right, there you go. There's a book of Second Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Right? Because you don't have the farmers, they're not given the ability to grow the crops. All right, over the past couple of years, like I said, not only have you had the food processing plants getting burned down, but these farmers are also being fined and being told they cannot grow their crops. Okay, they cannot cultivate their farms. Their animals need to be euthanized because of we just found a virus and we need to kill off all your animals. If not, you're going to be fined. Like shit like that. So a lot of these farmers, they're better off just adhering to the pressure, coercion tactics. All right, falling for it and then just dealing with it. Some of them are being bought out. Okay, why do you think Bill Gates, all right, Gil Bates, Kill Babes, he's killing all these kids, but why the hell do you think he's purchasing all this farmland here in America? All right, predominantly the Midwest, all the way spanning thousands of acres of land into the west of so-called Babylon, the Great America. Okay, so we're seeing the change, we're seeing the transition. They've come out and verbally told us that, well, told the world, all right, that they're changing the food system. You're not going to be eating organic food anymore. You're going to be eating lab-grown meats and so on and so forth. So that is their solution. Now, there was no problem in the beginning, so they had to create the problem. And then the solution will come after the reaction. And the reaction is what people are about to start suffering very soon. And part of the solution is going to be the MOTB, all right, being put out in the forefront. All right, it's going to be put out in the forefront. You got all these Walmart stores. People are saying that, they're breaking into it, they're stealing, they can't keep account of it, and so on and so forth. So the only thing they're going to do is change the whole system. Okay? Change the whole system and let everything take care of itself. And if you're not part of the system, you just cannot operate. And that's just how it's going to be. Okay? It says, if you've gone shopping recently, and going back to the article, if you've gone shopping recently, you may have noticed that many shelves are empty. It might appear that our food supply is running out. What is actually happening is that the food supply chain is broken and they're not going to fix it. Okay? The only way they plan on fixing it is you taking that MOTB inside your body. If you don't take that, you're not going to buy and sell anything. So this system is going down on purpose. And going back to that point I was making, that, you want to stack up a little bit. Why? Because the initial rush, the initial run and chaos that's going to hit people suddenly, you don't want to be a part of it, especially if you knew this was coming. Now, the scriptures tell you, the Lord said we're going to eat, we're going to drink, we're going to be singing for joy of heart. Okay, we're going to have a place to stay and so on and so forth. So the servants of the Lord, all right, the elect of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, have nothing to worry about. All right, but at the same time, using prudence, all right, the Lord will put a spirit on you to get a few things to get yourself ready. Okay, who knows how long this thing is going to take? 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, who knows? Right? But regardless, we still going to be good. But in the meantime, what you want to do is you don't want to be a part of the wicked people who are going to be scrambling, because they will be scrambling. Okay? They will be scrambling. Why? They're not prepared. They have no clue what the hell is going on. Okay? To them, they see trucks passing. Be like, you guys are saying that the trucks are not running no more. I see trucks on the highway all the time. Well, guess what? Do you see what's inside the trucks? Shit, for all we know, Esau being so clever, he might just have trucks just running around back and forth and they just empty. And you think, they're delivering shit. They're just empty. You know? Let's read. It says, Xavier Neville, author of the Lettuce Diaries, How a Frenchman Found Gold Growing Vegetables in China, told Parade, quote, 2/3 of the apple concentrate consumed in the United States comes from China, and a large portion of its fish catch is shipped to China to be processed and re-exported. It's a whole process. A whole process. You got to catch the fish and then send it to China for it to be processed and then bring it back here. This is fish we're talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? It says, with Chinese ports showing a 7-day average of 206 ships waiting at ports versus 82 ships pre-CV, logistics for such items is likely to be inconsistent too. And with Chinese factories operating at reduced capacity because of power restrictions, supply issues for food products destined to the US market, like frozen or dried vegetables used as ingredients in soups or ready meals, will be impacted too. Okay, that goes for your fast food restaurants. All right, that's why you're starting to see that every time you go out to eat. All right, for those who do that, All right, you're starting to see the bill is like out of control, man. You know, your food, the plate is not packed. It's not like filled all the way to the brim where you be like, all right, I'm good with this. You probably ordering another you going in for seconds. You see? But not only that, it's just the price. You know, you're paying this tax, you're paying that tax, you're paying this tax, this fee and that fee. And people don't even notice it. It says there are also regional meat shortages due to CV-19 wreaking havoc on meat processing plants and slaughterhouses. So that's what they blame it on. But for those who are in the know, we know it's not something that happened by coincidence. Like, oh, there was a virus that hit, and now the food, every animal just died. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay. It says with labor shortages and many plants closed, farmers are unable to get meat processed and are having to euthanize pigs and chickens. You hear that? So they're just killing off these animals, burning them up, just carrying them out, like whatever the hell they're doing. I remember there was an article that I went into a few months ago where they were saying that there was a cargo ship that had a whole bunch of animals on it. And when they got to the destination, they were like, "Oh, this is too much. We can't afford to have this. So we're gonna have to, throw them overboard or something." And they launched thousands of animals right into the ocean. These devils are sick. So people have a lot to worry about. And again, we're just in the beginning of 2023, and people are quiet. It doesn't seem like much is going on, but pay attention. Pay attention. They're preparing, all right, for that sudden destruction. And a lot of people are going to get caught off guard, man. I'm telling you, man. All right, again, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is about to put the squeeze on people. Famines are part of the squeeze. Okay, the end time plagues and prophecies that the scriptures talk about, famines are highlighted as one of the biggest killing factors, all right, that's going to befall this earth. A lot of people are going to die by a form of what? Starvation. Okay. It says in June 2021, a ransomware attack targeted one of the biggest beef suppliers in the world. As a result, beef is often still in relatively short supply at many grocery stores, as well as higher in price than ever before. And I remember this because I went to the store the other day trying to get some salmon, and that shit was like $21 a pound. Like, I was like, oh shit, $21 for a pound of salmon? Something that we used to get for what, $11 or some, maybe less than that, 9 something. Now we're looking at $21. It's happening. It's happening. Those of us paying attention, we know what's going on. We see the change, and we understand why there's a change, and we understand what's coming after this. The rest, they're worried about, going to a drag show or whatever. It says then there's the massive backlog at 2 of America's major container ports in California, causing food shortages in America. Land O'Lakes, one of the biggest farm cooperatives in the country, says it's producing plenty of milk, but that the massive backlog of ships waiting to enter California's 2 largest ports have led to problems getting milk to people. And again, what else is being affected by just this one thing? See, it's not just, the milk can't get to people, but what else is being affected by just this one thing here? Numerous amounts of things, which also those numerous amounts of things affect other numerous amounts of things that are being affected. You see, that's why it's called a supply chain. All right, every chain is linked to each other. So one chain is broken, it breaks the whole system. Now the system is going to break down, it's going to shut down until that chain is fixed. And it doesn't look like that chain is being fixed. So again, everything is just being dragged out, but it's being the system is being overused. And ultimately it's going to break. All right, it's going to break. It says, as we learned with CV-19, there will be little time to react. Because of the inventory methods used today, our local store shelves have 3 days or less of food available. Should the supply chain be disrupted, shelves would be empty in 3 days and millions of Americans will be left to fend for themselves. And that's where Second Ezra comes in. Okay? That what? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Let's see if we can pull that up. Okay. These are all prophecies that are about to come to pass, man. We're living in the build up to those days. Okay, we're living in the build up to those days, man. All right. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 19. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." Okay, now we always bring these precepts out, but guess what? They're happening and they're about to happen on a whole nother level. All right, because they're happening now on a lower level. You know, you hear on the news, oh, this person broke into this person's house. Oh, there's a high, crime rate going on in this state or this city or that, But you wait till people actually have a reason to commit crime, and there's no police to enforce it. There's no police to try to mitigate the crime. Okay, when 911 needs 911, that's when people are gonna realize that, oh shit, this shit just got real, right? That's when people are gonna realize it. But for right now, you got people in the inner cities, and they go about their days like nothing is going on. It's amazing, man. It's amazing to see. Okay, but that's what the scripture is saying, that a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So that's going into including cannibalism. All right, people are gonna come together. They're gonna start sacrificing each other. All right, people are gonna be grouped up someplace. There's gonna be groups, people traveling together. When they see somebody who's not part of their pack or their group or their team, you're in trouble. All right, women are gonna be messed up, slaughtered. All right, for food. Especially you females out there that put yourselves out there on social media and all that. Right, all these females that you got on social media, they're all wicked. They all got demons on them. All right, when the time comes, you don't want them anywhere around your vicinity because they might fuck around and try to eat you. They might, fuck around and try to eat brothers, and that's not gonna happen. These wicked, sick individuals out here. Okay, you leave them out there to suffer. Let them battle the elements. Let them battle. Let them figure shit out, and let's see how the Lord, plays things out. But you're not getting no help from us. I mean, not from me. I mean, shit. When the time comes, you on your own. All right, all you females out there, you're on your own. That's why Isaiah 4:1 is there. That the times are coming, trouble is coming, especially for you women, you Babylonian, you Western-minded women out here. The trouble is coming for you. Okay, and again, in the time of survival, unless we know you, you're gonna be out there to be cooked. All right, and that's on you. Hold on a second. All right, so let's keep going. It says, financial experts have been warning of inflation for years. Some even warn of hyperinflation. The annual inflation rate in the U.S. hit a 41-year high in March of 2022 to 8.5%. Although many people equate inflation with rising prices, that's only the result of something bigger. What's happening is the purchasing power of your money is becoming less because the value of the dollar is losing value. Therefore, it takes more of those dollars to exchange in the marketplace, and we're seeing grocery bills rising faster than most people's incomes. That's true. Okay, when you're making $300, $400 a week for whatever job you're doing, right? And you go to the grocery store and you're spending $200 a week, you're done. You're already behind the eight ball. You're just finished. You're cooked. You're at the mercy of the government at that point. And it's all being done by design. And who's being affected the most by this? Jake. The so-called black and brown communities, man. You are being affected the most by this. Okay? The whole past 2 years, who took advantage of all this money being transferred and moved from left to right, right to left, up and down, and so on and so forth? It were these Edomites. Everyone's switching everything to the digital way of doing things. So they gained control of the new form of digital payments and so on and so forth. And now they're inviting you to integrate this new form of payment into your life. But the only thing is, you're not going to be in control of this new integration. They are. And that fits perfectly with biblical prophecy of causing all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive. Meaning to allow, all right, in order for you to partake in this new monetary system, you must be a part of the system by taking this device. And it's not the Vanessa. The Vanessa is not a device. Okay? The Vanessa is not a device. This device is very, very apparent. And you can see it even when it's implanted into your skin. How do we know? Well, we got people in the world who already have the MOTB inside their bodies. And they use it for the things that the scripture says that they will use it for. Like what John saw. He saw people using it to buy and sell. And that is the main thing they're pushing that this MOTB is going to be doing. The RFID CHIP is being promoted as a device that will enhance people to what? To make purchases in a digital form. As in, this is the new form of purchasing. If you are not part of this and you don't integrate this into your life, quite literally into your skin, you will not be partaking in any type of buying and selling. That is the prophecy. Now, we're yet to see what this device will be. What is this thing that's going to fulfill this prophecy? We believe it's the microchip. We believe that MOTB is the RFID microchip. That's it, period. There ain't no other way around it. Because when you look into that word in the book of Revelation 13, all right, it says specifically charagma in the Greek. It's a specific thing, charagma. What is charagma? Now we got to go into that. Now, if somebody could go into that and tell you that it's sin and it's sleeping with white women, you know they're a false prophet. Why the hell would you listen to that? It's a joke at this point, man. All right? But let's keep going. Oh, man. It says, what's happening is the purchasing power of your money is becoming, oh, we read that already. It says, prices for wheat, corn, soybeans, bread, apples, beef, chicken, eggs, and milk are shooting up by double-digit percentages. With energy prices also rising, more Americans are feeling the pinch in their grocery budget. Imagine how bad it could get when the price of diesel fuel prevents trucks delivering food to your grocer. I believe we are only seeing the beginning of a much larger trend of higher prices and limited supplies. The push of a green agenda is part of an overall plan that will necessarily push prices higher and limits on certain environmentally unfriendly products. Okay? And that goes into Agenda 2030 and all that extra shit that they got going on. But understand that that's all biblical prophecy. Okay? And in the midst of all these things happening, all right, what's going to result in all this? Cannibalism. Another thing that people need to worry about. Okay? That's all biblical prophecy. Let's read. Going back to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 53, it says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body. And what is the fruit of your own body? Your child, your baby. Okay? Yahushua said, woe unto thee, all right, who give suck in those days. Why? Because times are going to get so tough. You single mothers out there who have newborn babies and your children are with you and all that, you can't take care of your kids. All right, it's a burden to even try to find a way to cater to them. Looking at your children losing weight, crying to you every day, and you single and you don't know what to do. That's going to be stressful to a lot of people, man. And the best thing they're going to do is F it. Let's just do what we got to do, and that's it. All right. It says, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord Yahweh thy power hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee. So the siege 2.0 is coming. All right. Second Ezra tells you that what? That a burning wrath of the multitude is kindled over you. Okay. That's when these troops storm in, FEMA troops. All right. All kinds of different troops are coming in with military armament. All right. And their job is to come in and what? Take away all the stuff that you people have been storing up. If the Lord ain't with you, again, they're coming for the wicked. All right. They're coming for the wicked. So you're going to lose a lot of stuff. You're going to lose everything, including your life. All right. There'll be no hope for you wicked people, man. All right. It says Deuteronomy 28 verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. All right. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. It's all going on in the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. There's no new thing under the sun. When people are in a stressful situation, they think only about themselves. Okay. Only about the survival of themselves. Even when they're in a group or a family, it gets so bad, they will turn on each other. So forget about it with these Americans over here. They don't even care about each other. Everybody's more individualistic. All right. In the East, you have more of a collectivist mindset where people are more family oriented, more togetherness. America is more individualistic. Everything is I, me. See? So when the time comes, it's going to be I, me. All right? And that's going to affect everybody else, man. Okay? Except for those who know what's going on, who are in the truth, who are being kept by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, as has been promised by Yahushai in Revelation 3 and 10. All right? That we're going to be kept in the hour of temptation. Okay? We're going to watch the calamity befall these people. Why? Because this is what the Lord is going to do as a form of punishment for their wicked deeds. Okay? It says, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Okay? Did not Yahushua say that the brother is going to turn on the father, the son is going to turn on the father is going to turn on the son, the in-laws going to turn against each other, and so on and so forth? Right? So that's talking about this truth. When you first come into this truth, you always have family members. They'd be the first ones that you're gonna have in opposition to what you believe in. This walk, this life that you've taken, right? But ultimately, guess what? When the time comes, they're all gonna be affected by the crunch. Okay? And you don't want to be around these people. They're gonna be sick. All right, sick shit, man. You're gonna see dead bodies on the side of the streets or the road, and they're gonna be missing limbs. You know, like, damn, did this person get killed or did they just die? And what happened here? You know, diseases are gonna go wild. Okay, it's gonna be very uncomfortable, man. Sewages are gonna be running crazy because there'll be no electricity to power things to make sure everything is running smoothly. All right, depression is gonna be at an all-time high. People gonna be on edge. Violence. Okay. Hunger. And when people are hungry, they become angry. It says, verse 55, it says, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. So he's killing his kids, eating them, and he ain't trying to share. Like, wow, what kind of world do you have to be in for things to get that bad? It says, because he hath nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. Okay, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, right? All you women out there who think I'm just a bad bitch. I don't do none of this. I don't cook. I don't clean. My man does everything for me. My nails are too long to the point where I need my mom to button my shirt because my nails are too long. I can't button my own shirt. You know, my eyebrows are covering my eyes. I can barely open my eyes. I can't type nothing. All you hear is a click, clack, click, clack, 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 clack. All you incompetent females out there, scriptures tell you that a woman is not supposed to adorn herself like that. You're supposed to be in modest apparel. Okay? Not embroidered hair or gold and all this extra shit that you females be doing over here, man. It's unnecessary. All right? It's unnecessary. And when the time comes, when the reality hits, you will see that the true men of the Lord, all right, we don't care about any of that shit. All right? That's why Isaiah 4:1 is there. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Okay, what is that reproach? The disgusting look that you have now, thinking that what the world is promoting to you is actually what you're supposed to be looking like. All these females got tummy tucks and the titty this and the ass this and all, just to look the worldly way. You look so worldly. That's a disgrace. That's shameful. Okay, I believe when you go into that word reproach, I believe there's a word there called pudenda. Okay, and that word pudenda is going into what? The external sexual organs of a woman, specifically a female. Okay, the external sexual organs, man. And what's society pushing? They push for these women to put themselves out there, all right, and get all this voluptuous sexual organs. You know, the ass is all crazy, it's all fake. You know, titties are fake, hair fake, face fake. Everything about these women are fake, and that's going to be a reproach unto you, man. You're gonna come back to the men of the Lord asking for us to take you in, so you could be hid from this type of life that you live in that's been so-called glorified in this society. The reality is coming, and everything that Esau promoted to you, all these celebrities promote to you, the Cardi B's and the Kylie Jenners and the Kardashians, all these people, guess what? You're going to come to the realization that, damn, we were set up. All the shit that they made us think we were doing, oh, hot girl summer, the real men who actually matter, they don't care about this shit. They actually think it's a reproach. They actually think it's disgusting. They don't want to be a part of that. What are you going to do then? You going to go cut your ass off? You going to go deflate your titties? It's too late. And that's when you're going to see a lot of these women scrambling, man. Well, it's coming. All right, it's coming. It says, so they're the ones that they're so delicate, their feet don't even touch the ground. Right? She don't do no work. Everything is taken care of for her. She's just an IG model. Yeah, even her eye is going to be evil toward her husband of her bosom and toward her son and toward her daughter. Okay? They're all going to turn into ravenous wolves looking to tear flesh and eat them, just like that. All right? It says, verse 57, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, she birthed them, right? And toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. So when they start putting the hammer down and there ain't no food, then you're going to start seeing people, you're like, damn, what happened? Like, she had kids? Oh, she a single mother? Oh, all them kids going to be ate. They all going to be food, bro. All right? They all going to be food, man. All right? So that's the times that we're coming in, man. That's just the reality. Okay, that's just the reality. But I'm going to get this quick precept and we're going to close it out. Okay? A lot of people who are not paying attention, get ready. Because the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not playing. Okay? He's not playing. Let's see if we can pull this up. All right. There's a book of 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 68. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Okay, that right there is the key that you need to understand. That what ultimately, when people get crazy, when society gets crazy, there's going to be some type of mitigation to that, and that's going to be done by the military. Okay, the military right now is on standby. They just got to get the ball rolling so they can use them. Okay, they're ready to go. They just need to get the ball rolling so they can be justified in using them. And guess what? It's going to happen quick. They're not going to let people spiral out of control. It's going, moment you start and it picks on fire, boom, they're going to come in to quell that shit. Okay? That's that burning wrath of a great multitude. Violent. Okay? Where the scripture says, well, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, that great multitude is coming in. Okay? And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. What's that? The MOTB. If you get picked up and sent into sea camps, that's going to be a test. That's going to be a trial. Okay? And if you receive it, meaning you allow them to give it to you, okay, you already know what time it is after that. All right? So all these other camps, all these other groups coming up and saying that, oh, it's not this, it's not that. Well, guess what? It is this, it is that. And it's exactly what we say it is, which is what? The MOTB is the radio frequency identification CHIP. And there's no other way around it. Okay? So don't be deceived by these clown ass dudes coming up and doing 5-hour videos and not even touching the point. Again, the Lord is revealing who his true men are and who these wicked ass niggas who are about to be destroyed are. Okay? That's what the Lord said. In these last days, it's going to arise false prophets who are going to deceive many. They're going to deceive many. Okay? All right. So I'm going to leave it off there, low, and you've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh, the water Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.